One of the things that excites me the most about the work that I do is when I get the chance to sit with a bunch of entrepreneurs and founders talking about everything personal brand and how to be visible online and on social media for themselves and, of course, for their business. So, I will take you behind the scenes on a time that I was invited to speak to a private mastermind. This mastermind was hosting a group of phenomenal women entrepreneurs from different walks of life, different businesses, different backgrounds from all around the world. What was amazing about this talk and about speaking in this mastermind is that there are a lot of common themes of women entrepreneurs when it comes to building their personal brand and their visibility online. But I want to give you a caveat. In this particular master, we were particularly focusing on Instagram and LinkedIn and the fact that we can build our personal brand even if we choose that most of our online presence on social media is through faceless marketing. So I'm going to show you bits and pieces of what I said in that mastermind. And I hope that some of the things that I've shared will help you either in a new mindset shift or to see your presence on Instagram or on LinkedIn in a different light that makes it easier for you to show up as the phenomenal business owner that you are, and what you can do instead if you decide to do some faceless type of content for yourself and for your business while you're building your personal brand through utilizing social media platforms. I hope you enjoy it. A lot of misconception about personal brand, and there are certain guidelines that is being communicated as guidelines kind of put these transparent barriers in front of entrepreneurs, especially women, when it comes to building their personal brand in public. Start by looking at personal brand from the perspective of communication. لأنه if we remove the word personal brand, let's remove the lingo, it's your reputation. And how do you build your reputation? It has to be across all the boards. Your communication is the thing that builds your reputation. It's the way you communicate with your employees. It's the way you communicate with your clients. It's the way you show up in a conference, in a meeting room, in a boardroom, on a panel. It's the way you talk to your customers, your clients. And it's also the way you talk to other stakeholders, whether they are people that you're networking with, so it could be peers, and the way you talk to, for example, investors. If it's really important is that your personal brand, which is your reputation, the whole purpose of it is to build trust. And it's only when there is trust that growth happens. Growth as you as a professional, and of course, growth of your business. Your personal brand is the engine of the train for your business. So without that engine, the train is not going to move forward because it's a purpose-driven business. So founder brand, it is really important to build it in such a way that you are able not only to grow your business, but then you are able to be mentioned in rooms when you are not there, and you will be able to serve the customers that you're trying to serve. Let's talk about how do you communicate. One of the misconceptions is that when we say personal brand or founder brand, it's social media. Your personal brand is built other than in person. It is also built through your email marketing, through your website, through the media, PR, and publicity that you do, through the panels or the events, speaking gigs that you have, through the podcasts that you attend with, and through social media. So the core of it is your messaging, and then your message is then filtered in such a way that it's suitable for the different platforms that you decide to utilize to build your reputation. Because you cannot be just the megaphone about yourself. Building a reputation has to be a two-way communication. So this is very important when it comes to building a personal brand. It's not only what you communicate. So it's not about how many people see you. It's about what do the right people think of you. Until now, we've been conditioned to think that the only way to be as business owners, the only way for us to utilize Instagram to build our personal brand is by going with the old rules. The old rules don't exist anymore. But today, the way that people utilize Instagram and the way Instagram wants people to use it is no more attention driven. Today, it is interest driven. So this is really important. And that is amazing for people who are introverts or also for founders, because content creators' goals are very different from you as a purpose-driven founder. You are not looking for brand deals. You are looking to build your personal brand so that you can talk to the people and build trust with the people who are basically potential to become your customers. Or so the goals that you have to be present on Instagram are very different from social media influencers, which is the liberating part, your personal brand and the way you build it doesn't work on the same rules. Not at all. And you can still be successful because your success is basically the impact that your personal brand has on your business. Your success is not measured how many followers you have and how many reels do you make a week. Your success is how many people who begin to trust you, start connecting with you in the DMs. You build that trust with it, and then they convert to come to your email list, to come to your website, to book a session with you, to go to the store, to the brick and mortar and buy your stuff. If you're an NGO, to donate. This is your goal. So you don't play by the rules anymore. You have your own rule, which is so great because now any misconception you have on social media, it doesn't anymore. You can create the type of content that is not only suitable for you, your culture, your voice, your personality, but what is also going to be suitable for your business to reach a particular goal. Today, you as a business owner, you have 4 things to think about your content, the goals of your content. The first one is that you need to create content that attracts. And then you need to create content that qualifies, because not everybody who comes and then loves your content, they get attracted by what you're doing. And I'm talking about value of content, not the way it looks. So think any kind of communication. There's one that attracts attention, one that qualifies. So not everybody who comes to my page is qualified to be my customer. One that converts. So that's when, after we build the trust, we need to convert them if they were qualified. And one that maintains, and that's more of the community and trust building and building a community. This is the kind of content you need to think about. There's a lot of examples of faceless marketing, faceless content creation. So what I want you, like my purpose, honestly, my purpose from this conversation is not to inspire you or not to convince you, but for you to actually break any boundary that is in your mind about showing up. You can show up without showing your face, because your purpose as a business owner, it's not the attention only. These advice is only for attention content. Your business needs people. So you cannot depend only on the attention part. You have to have qualifying content. You have to have converting content. You have to have maintaining content. And that is great, because then you are able to make it fun to do content all over again. The whole point is that drop the rule book. You decide the rules. You decide what is culturally appropriate to you. You decide what is comfortable for you, because there's no way you can build your personal brand if you don't have consistency, even in real life. So, I mean, today you are business owners, but I want you to go back in time when you were, if you ever had that experience, when you were employees. We had to show up to work. We had to do the work. We had to consistently deliver certain results so that everybody around us, not only our manager, but even our peers, interdepartmental, vouch for our commitment and our delivery and everything. And then we grow.
because we were consistent about doing the job. We were consistent about being a good team member. We were consistent about being empathetic managers. We were consistent about handling client problems easily. We were consistent about being solution oriented. We were consistent, and that built our reputation as employees. So imagine that as a business owner. You need that consistency. So if rules are blocking you from the consistency, just remember it's because you don't have consistency. Your reputation, your digital footprint does not reflect neither your expertise, neither your reputation in real life. Because I'm sure you have a great reputation in real life, but you cannot build a business on referrals only. You know what I mean? But if you are creating a lifestyle business, but a profitable lifestyle business, then you have to have a digital footprint. The good thing is that you get to decide how do you want to show up in that digital footprint. You decide.